The Diablo Immortal update drops tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. By the way, I plan on waking up at that time or very shortly after and streaming everything, just getting as much gameplay in as I can before the workday starts. If you could join me live, that's awesome. If you can't, it'll be there on replay to see some of the tips that you have along the way. As you can see, just 13 hours until this update does begin. But what are some ways that we could prepare for the update and really get a good head start? One thing worth noting right now, there is speculation, nothing confirmed, but that once this update comes, our Paragon levels are going to be bumped up to 1,100 so that we're able to participate in the brand new events, or else we'd probably have to wait a handful of weeks, probably like 3 weeks to actually get there. And that's if you're a grinder and on top of your Paragon grind, because right now the server Paragon level is 1,060. It would take 4 weeks to have it get up to 1,100. So it does make sense that we will get a Paragon jumping, for me, 39 levels of Paragon by tomorrow morning. So with this being said, there are some strategies that we should be utilizing so we don't waste a lot of our grind. And the first thing that I've been doing, and I've been doing it for a while now, is saving my battle pass points. Now, I haven't done any crazy grinding this week whatsoever because I've been making so much content, but I have approximately 4,000 battle pass points, I will at least by tonight, that I'm going to claim as soon as the server Paragon jumps. Plus, remember, there is a 100% XP bonus, so you're getting a buff on top of that. This is also going to help progress my battle pass too, get me very close to the end of it, as there are only 7 days left inside of the battle pass. So if you're grinding, I would suggest that you kind of wait a little bit to turn your stuff in. Because if you're grinding Paragon level right now, we're all going to be in the same spot in the morning anyway, anticipated. There has been no announcement of this, no confirmation of this, but we do know in the last big update like this, they did bump us up the Paragon level. It does actually make sense. We'll see if it happens or not. If it does, I'm prepared for it. What are some other things that we could do, though, to really make sure that we're ready for this update? One of them is to save a whole lot of gold. Don't spend your gold, save it for pets. Also, you could do the same with platinum. As you can see right here, I have almost 6 million gold, 200 and almost 60,000 platinum right now. It's a wise idea until we see what pets cost, what platinum things may cost if you want to buy them from the shop, that we have these materials ready. We also should really be ready to grind the heck out of normal gems and out of our pets themselves, because people are going to be hungry for level 30 pets in the new market that's coming. People are going to want those pets. And if you're someone that could sell them, you could really sell them, at least as far as the early update goes, at the highest possible prices. They're in high demand. It's a good time to get them. Now, I have to do some dungeon grinding, because having normal gems that we could sell in the market is going to be very important as well, because market prices are going to rise. Why is this? We have 2 new set pieces of gear coming, 2 new bracelets with a potential 6 new gem slots. And even though the composite gems, where we fuse our gems together, is not coming, which would have eventually caused us to need double the amount of gems, that was canceled. We are still going to see a big jump in these gems. Look at this, topaz in my server, out of stock. That means I could sell any of these at a very high price. Really, all of these gems I could sell at a high price. It would not be difficult for me to do. Tourmaline, ruby, the anything yellow, look at this, all out of stock. Topaz, very low stock. Look at how out of stock things are. They're already going to be able to get massive value. People have already begun. So if you could go grind dungeons or play in a party of 4 and get gem drops, list things at max price. They're going to sell because people are going to have slots that they need to fill. Very important, a great way for you to get more platinum so you could spend them on pets as well. Now remember, legendary crests, we don't want to use our legendary crests right now. As you can see, I am sitting on 4 of the eternal legendary crests. These are the ones that can be sold, and 14 normal legendary crests, which cannot be sold. Remember, we have the event coming in just about a week's time where when you run an Elder Rift, and you could only do it one time, we spoke of this in the patch notes, when you run that one Elder Rift, make sure you put 10 legendary crests in. Do not run it until you have 10, unless if it's about to end and you still haven't gotten 10, then you do it anyway, because you're gonna get double the legendary gems from the legendary crests, and they can be of different rarities. So if I get a Blood-Soaked Jade that happens to drop a 2 out of 5, the second one, which is the duplicate of it, could be a 5 out of 5. And that is what it would take for me to go back to my Blood-Soaked Jade. If I drop a 5 out of 5 star legendary gem, I'm using the gem. I'm gonna use the gem. I don't care which one it is. It's gonna be the one that I'm using. That's just how it's gonna go. So make sure you're saving for that. You're gonna be able to put in 10 legendary crests, and you're gonna drop 20 legendary gems, which is amazing. I'm also gonna prioritize putting in the Eternal Legendary Crests. They did not specify whether if you put Eternal Legendary Crests in, obviously you get legendary gems that can be sold, but are the additions, the duplicates of them, also ones that can be sold, or will they be in the form of the regular legendary crests? I'm gonna test it out. I'm going all purple, or as many purple as I can. It should be at least 5 or 6 at that point in time. And then I'm gonna see if I can get a ton to sell, which will give me a bunch of platinum and allow me to really push hard at getting some good pets. And really that's what everyone is so hyped about, are these pets. So save your crests for now. Also, things that you want to save are going to be these legendary pieces right here. Legendary items, equipment boxes. Remember, if we're going to a different hell difficulty, guys, we're going to really be able to, or a little inferno difficulty, we're going to get Inferno 4, 5, and Inferno 6. So the one that we're going to be able to get into next is obviously Inferno 4. And with that, it's going to be Paragon level 1100, which we may or may not get bumped up to tomorrow morning. We are then going to be able to get new equipment, new secondary equipment. So make sure you save all this stuff, because these are the best. And I don't have a ton of them right now because I just swapped over to Crusader, and I wanted to kind of stat out my Crusader. I wanted to get all the essences I needed. So I only have a handful right here. We're gonna have to grind for it, but get as many of these as you can and save them until a new Inferno difficulty. Same things with these equipment boxes and stuff like that. You never know when Legendary is gonna come out of it. And yeah, you see I have one fish in here and it's not even a good one. Go fishing. It's a great way to get gold inside of the game, which is gonna help you get that gold like we talked about in the beginning of this video. And lastly, you see that I have right here Inferno Fabled Wisps. These are the level 3 for Inferno 3. When we get to Inferno 4, we're going to want to replace all of our secondary gear. All of these gear slots right here, they are all going to be able to be upgraded to another level. We're getting 40 Paragon Jump potentially tomorrow morning. Or maybe we don't. I hope that we do. That'll be good. It's actually a great catch-up mechanic inside of just bumping us, because if you happen to be a little bit behind, you got your jump and it made up for your slacking time. So for me, for example, this week I slacked a little bit. Looking forward to being able to make up for that with this update, if that actually comes. Again, it has not yet been confirmed, or really at all. Make sure you get as many of your bounties done that you can. Look at this. I have a bunch of bounties to do. I have a bunch of things that I could do over here as well. Where are we? Let me look at where I'm supposed to be looking. Nope, not there. There we go. Get as much Battle Pass stuff done as you can, because you're going to be able to bump up your XP. Let's say we get jumped up or pushed up to 1,100, and then I could turn in 15 to 20 Battle Pass levels. It's going to give me more Paragon levels beyond that. And that's going to unlock a new Paragon tree, which is then going to be able to be filled out. With that being said, if they do bump us 40 Paragon levels, we should be given 40 Paragon points that we can then spend. Me currently, I kind of filled out everything that I needed to. I'm just going for a little bit of resistance right here, which is really not one of my first go-tos, but we're going to have a new Paragon tree, which is going to be able to have you deal more damage the more enemies that you first. So it'll be good. It'll be more ways to get damage, health, armor penetration, all that good stuff. So it seems that we're ready to go. It's right around the corner. I'm excited about it. And exciting. Also, one last thing I want to tell you guys, you want to make sure also that you get any of the conquest stuff done. If you're someone that's into this stuff, you could get these things done. Remember, these are going to all be reset with the new Inferno difficulties as well. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, I'm going to be live probably around 4 a.m. and I'll be streaming until probably about 6:30 when I typically would be waking up to start my day. I'm going to be tired, but I'm going to be experiencing this update with all of you, if any of you decide to be up that early. If not, again, it will be on the channel as a video so that while you're grinding, while you're starting your grind for the day, have it on the background, learn any tips that I learn along the way. I'm going to go through the new campaign. I'm going to go through the Fractured Plane, which is now going to be the one that allows us to test out the pets. We're going to learn about the new vendor. We're going to try and find some secondary gear and see what the new gear slots look like. We're going to try and see the new tower defense mode and the survival style mode of the game. So much that we could really look into because the update is huge. If you really don't know about all the stuff coming in the update, I've put out about 10 videos focusing on update information. One of them, which was my best, was the one I did with Misery Hates Company that launched this morning. We just discussed all the things coming in the update one by one. It's almost an hour-long video, but it tells you everything that you could expect from the update. And I'm sure there's going to be some hidden gems in there as well that we don't even know about yet, that Blizzard just has waiting for us to be surprised. But we're going to wake up to a snowy West March with Christmas trees and ready to celebrate Brumal Team, and I can't wait for it. The things that you're doing to prepare right here are very similar to the things that you're doing to prepare for a new Inferno difficulty. So make sure that you're prepared. Be one of the best out of the gate on day one. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm going to put the live stream up right now on the main page of the channel so that you guys can go favorite it, get in there and watch it, throw a like on it, and be there when I'm live. I'll see you guys there.